Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
I never thought I'd be the kind of person to orchestrate someone's downfall. I was Martha Kellen, owner and heart of Kellen Craftworks, a bespoke furniture workshop that had been in my family for 3 generations. We built more than just furniture. We built relationships, heirlooms, and a reputation for quality that was the envy of the local artisan community. Our shop wasn't just a business. It was my life, my history, my future. Then Randall Stone, or Randy as he liked to be called, rolled into town. He was the owner of Stone and Timber Co., a rapidly expanding chain of mass-produced furniture stores, all about volume and cutting corners. He saw our little historic district, full of independent artisans, not as a vibrant community, but as a territory to conquer. At first, I brushed off his aggressive tactics. Healthy competition, I told myself, even as his marketing campaigns subtly disparaged handmade goods. But then it escalated. Randy started spreading insidious rumors, whispers that Kellen Craftworks used imported inferior woods, that my prices were exorbitant for outdated designs. Loyal clients, people I'd known for decades, started asking uncomfortable questions. The real knife in the back came when he poached Elias, my master carver. Elias had been with us for 20 years, like family. Randy lured him with a hefty but ultimately exploitative contract, designed to tie Elias down while subtly extracting all his unique skills and trade secrets. Within months, Elias, now a shell of his former self, confided in me the pressure and unethical demands Randy placed on him. The final insult, the one that truly sealed my fate, was Randy's plan to build a massive new Stone and Timber Co. showroom directly across the street from my shop. This wasn't just poor planning, it was malicious. His building permit application knowingly violated several local heritage preservation ordinances designed to protect our district's unique character. With his connections and deep pockets, he somehow pushed it through the city council's zoning committee. My shop, once a charming cornerstone, would soon be dwarfed and overshadowed by a behemoth, its unique appeal utterly destroyed. I poured my life savings into legal battles, but his lawyers were relentless, and I was bleeding dry. Kellen Craftworks, my family's legacy, was dying a slow, painful death. I lost the shop. I lost my livelihood. I lost my family's legacy. I remember standing in the empty shell of Kellen Craftworks, the scent of wood dust and old memories heavy in the air, a for sale sign crudely tacked to the window. It was weeks before the Christmas season, a time that should have been bustling. My spirit was broken, but something hardened inside me. Randy hadn't just competed, he had murdered my business. And I knew, with a chilling clarity, that I wouldn't just let him get away with it. My plan was meticulous, fueled by grief and a quiet fury. Randy had leveraged his connections. I would leverage mine, but with precision. Over the decades, Kellen Craftworks had served everyone from city council members to prominent lawyers, even a district judge. They weren't just clients. They were friends, neighbors, people who understood the value of integrity and community. First, I reached out to Elias. He was racked with guilt and had quietly collected evidence of Randy's shady dealings. Fabricated invoices, aggressive non-compete clauses for his employees, and internal memos pushing ethically dubious sales tactics. He gave me a full deposition. Next, I used my connections in the Artisan Guild. They were livid about Randy's tactics and the encroachment on our district. They had quietly documented dozens of complaints from other small businesses Randy had targeted. More importantly, I had a hunch about the zoning approval. A former customer, now a retired city planning officer, discreetly helped me dig. We found irregularities, specifically a series of donations Randy had made to a shell corporation linked to Councilman Davies, the very official who pushed Randy's permit through. This was bribery, pure and simple. I consolidated everything: Elias' testimony, the guild's compiled complaints, and irrefutable proof of the bribery. I presented it all to a former law school classmate, Lena Rodriguez, now a top corporate litigator, who took my case pro bono. She knew the value of Kellen Craftworks, having grown up admiring it. The execution was swift and devastating. Lena filed a civil suit for unfair business practices, defamation, and corporate espionage. More crucially, she ensured the evidence of bribery found its way to the state attorney general's office and local anti-corruption task force. The city council hearing for Randy's final permit approval for his new megastore was scheduled for the week before Christmas. He needed a unanimous vote, and he was confident. But that morning, a bombshell dropped. Randy was publicly arrested for bribery and embezzlement. His new store's permit was immediately frozen, then revoked. The press, tipped off by Lena, swarmed. The fallout was immediate and spectacular. Stone and Timber Co. stock plummeted. Investors pulled out. The bank froze his assets. Within days, Randy's empire began to crumble. He was facing federal charges, state investigations, and a mountain of civil lawsuits from the businesses he'd damaged, including mine. Christmas Eve morning, I received a frantic, tearful call from Randy. He was begging me, actually begging, to drop my civil suit, to testify on his behalf, to find forgiveness in my heart. He said his family was leaving him, his life was ruined, his Christmas was destroyed. He offered me a pittance for my shop, a fraction of its worth if I would just make all this go away. I listened to his blubbering for a full minute, remembering the empty silence of my own shop, the generations of skill I had watched die because of him. Then, in the calmest voice I could muster, I said, "You destroyed my legacy, Randy. Now I'm ensuring you have none of your own." And I hung up. Within months, Stone and Timber Co. filed for bankruptcy. Randy was convicted of bribery and spent several years in federal prison. His wife left him, taking their kids, who had been ostracized by their peers. Their mansion was foreclosed. The once promising site of his megastore sat derelict, a monument to greed. I eventually sold the Kellen Craftworks building. It hurt, but the satisfaction of knowing Randy got exactly what he deserved was a powerful balm. My legacy might have changed form, but Randy's was utterly erased. And I slept soundly, knowing I had served true justice.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.